learned what is register and the types of register, but this topic was incomplete. Here in this session, we are going to complete the rest part of register topic. Before starting the session, I would like to give you the recap of what we learned in the last session. First of all, we learned what is register, and we came to know that register is a high-speed memory. Register is nothing but a memory, but it is highest speed memory in the computer architecture. We all know that computer uses memory at various places. It starts with ROM, we have RAM, we have CD, we have hard disk, we have pen drive, we have many memories available in the various places of the computer architecture. But when we talk about register, then the study of this topic becomes very important, because register is the highest speed memory and it is found inside microprocessor. Microprocessor is the main part of the computer system, and the design of the microprocessor is the most complicated topic. So this topic becomes very important, because register memory is not available anywhere. It is available inside microprocessor. So if we explore the structure of our motherboard, then we find that motherboard has RAM plugged on the board, and this is CPU. The CPU is also inserted on available slot on the motherboard. That slot is especially designed to plug microprocessor. There are the data paths which connects RAM with microprocessor. There are various paths. Suppose there is one path to send data or instruction from RAM to microprocessor, or another path to receive data or instruction from microprocessor to RAM. So there are various data paths available. Now this is microprocessor, and what is the bookish design of microprocessor? When you refer to the design of microprocessor in any book, you will find that it is something written like this: MU, CU and ALU. Microprocessor has three sections: MU, CU and ALU. MU, CU, ALU. ALU is available at the very last position of the microprocessor. What is the full form of ALU? Arithmetical and logical unit. This section of the microprocessor processes the data according to the instructions sent by your program from main memory. Microprocessor is a device which is designed to process the data. And who processes the data? The ALU section of the microprocessor. Now we have CU. What is the use of CU? CU controls the overall activity. That we have to learn in very detail in a separate session. That the data is correct or not, data sent by the main memory is correct or not, instruction is properly written according to the data, the instruction is correct or not, the accuracy of the overall micro instruction is checked here, and then the instruction is allowed to go to microprocessor ALU to get processed. Once the data is processed according to instruction, then ALU returns back to CU, and what CU does, CU again checks that the data is correctly processed by ALU or not. If not, then that data instruction is sent back to ALU to reprocess. Again ALU processes and returns back to CU. So CU means what? Controls unit. Control unit. What do you mean by control? Control means looking after the overall activity, whether the system, the machine, the parts are working according to its requirement or not, working correctly or not, working properly or not. So CU is a part of the microprocessor which controls overall activity of microprocessor. Now, gradually we are coming to our topic of the day, MU, memory unit. You can see that main memory is connected with MU. If you look the whole design from outside the microprocessor, then you see that RAM, main memory is connected with the microprocessor, but when you will explore the internal structure of microprocessor, then you will come to know that main memory is connected with the memory unit of microprocessor. What is memory? What do you mean by memory? What is the actual definition of memory? Memory is a place where the data or the instruction can be stored. So when you will go inside the microprocessor, there you find memory is available. All the data, all the instructions which has to be processed are available in RAM. But once it has to get processed, now it is a turn to get processed, then it has to go inside the microprocessor, and there the memory is available. And this memory is known as register. This is what the most simple concept about register memory. That the memory inside the microprocessor is known as register. Now, when you will explore the knowledge about the register memory, then a lot of things will turn up. It is the highest speed memory, fastest memory in the computer design. And these memories are divided into various types, purposes. It's not like pen drive, hard disk or RAM that every memory is available for any purpose. Here, we learned that the types of registers are available, and the types of the registers can be explained on the various bases. The first basis was visibility. On the basis of visibility, the registers are classified in two types. User visible register, user invisible registers. Those registers which a user can see, use, are known as user visible. In the same manner, on the basis of purpose, we can classify the register memory. And we came to know there are two types on the basis of purpose. The first type, general purpose register. These registers can be used for any purposes. And the another type, a special purpose register. The special purpose registers are those registers whose purpose is very clear, that this register can be used for only this purpose. You cannot use this register for another purpose. Like we have various types of chairs, but some chairs has a fixed purpose. Like if you go to a saloon, you will find a chair, which a saloon person uses for your haircut. But you should not buy that chair for your room, for your bedroom, for your drawing room. Like wheelchair. Wheelchair has its own purpose. That an old person not capable enough to walk by his own, you use wheelchair. But you cannot offer the wheelchair to the guest coming inside your house. Use this wheelchair. It has, so flexibility that you can move anywhere. It's not like that. So in the same manner, inside microprocessor, there are special purpose registers. These registers has a fixed purpose, and it can be used for that purpose only. The study of a special purpose register is one of the most important topic of your register. The special purpose registers are AC, which is known as accumulator, IC, instruction registers, PC, program counter, MAR, MBR, etc. I give you the recap of accumulator. Accumulator stores the result of the current processing. When any instruction and data moves from memory unit to CU and CU to ALU, ALU processes it and the result is returned back to CU. If the result is correct, then it comes to MU. Where in MU? In AC, in accumulator. AC stands for accumulator. Second, IC. IC stands for instruction register. The instruction register holds the address of the current instruction being processed inside microprocessor. I repeat, microprocessor processes only one instruction at a time, and that instruction which is being processed inside the microprocessor, its address is stored where it is stored. It is being stored in IC. IC stands for instruction register. In the same, now we have PC, program counter. One instruction is being processed whose address is stored in IC, but there are list of upcoming instructions which has to be processed. The addresses of these instructions is stored in PC, program counter. MAR and MBR are the transporter registers. The responsibility of MAR and MBR is to transfer data from microprocessor to main memory or from main memory to microprocessor. It works in collaboration with each other. MAR stores the address where the data has to be stored or from where the data has to be fetched. Or MBR stores the actual data that has to be stored or that has to be fetched. Now, apart from these registers, there are some 1-bit registers, 1-bit special registers, right? Special purpose registers. Why it is known as 1-bit? Because the size of these registers are only 1 bit. Either it can store 1 or 0, binary digit 1 or 0. It is known as status register. Status register. And it is also known as 1-bit register. 1-bit register. It is also known as flag register. Flag register. There are various flag registers available inside microprocessor. Now, first of all, I would like we should learn why it is known as status register. Look, it shows the status of the microprocessor. Right? You must have seen that in our Hindi cinema, that outside the operation theater there is a bulb. There is a bulb, bulb of red color and green color. That signifies if the red color is on, it means operation is going on. If the green is on, red is off, then it signifies that operation is over. Now the doctor will come outside. So you can say that that bulb is a status bulb. It shows the internal status of the OT. In the same manner, inside the microprocessor, there are a list of 1-bit registers, which is known as status register because it shows various informations related with the status. If you, I would like to give you one more example. When you open MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, you find that the bar available on the lowest side is known as a status bar, which shows you the various status related information like the caps lock key of your keyboard is on or off, insert key of your keyboard is on or off, shift key is on or off, like in which page you are, in which line you are, in which column you are, all informations, the status related informations are found in MS Word, status bar of the MS Word. Why it is known as status? Because it shows you the current status of the application software. Or here, in the case of microprocessor, it shows you the current status of the processings. So there are various status registers, like you have negative register. Negative register. If the data is processed and the negative register will hold either 0 or 1, it will show you the status, like your result returned by the microprocessor is positive value or negative value. Like 0. We have another status register known as 0. 0 will show you either the result processed by the microprocessor is 0 or not. Like overflow. The overflow status register shows you that the current instruction processed by the microprocessor and the result returned is overflowing or not. In the same manner, we have a lot of status registers that we need to explore, and that will help you in the preparation of the notes of register. Hope you understood. Thanks for joining the session. Take care.